In 2001, a research vessel scanning the ocean floor off the coast of Cuba found something that didn't fit the expected environment. They were doing routine commercial sonar mapping at a depth of over 600 meters, surveying the seabed for the Cuban government. The sonar data showed a series of stone structures spread across roughly 2 square kilometers. There were repeating geometric patterns, perpendicular angles, and shapes that resembled pyramids and long, straight roads arranged in a grid. Geologists offered several natural explanations, including volcanic intrusions and rock types that fracture along regular plains. However, the researchers on site noted that the sheer regularity of the forms was difficult to explain through known geological processes alone. The logistical reality of the site is the primary obstacle. At 600 meters below current sea level, this land has not been above water at any point in the traditionally accepted timeline of human civilization. Because the site is deep, restricted, and requires massive resources to investigate, the Cuban anomaly remains unexcavated and officially unexplained. It sits on the shelf of history, representing a discovery that cannot be reconciled with our current understanding of the past without further evidence. Modern archaeology follows a strict progression. Humans evolved in Africa hundreds of thousands of years ago, living as hunter-gatherers, until a sudden shift 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. Agriculture emerged, settlements became permanent, and civilization began. This leaves a massive gap. For tens of thousands of years prior, humans with our exact biological capacity lived globally. Yet we are taught they built nothing that lasted, leaving the vast majority of our history as a total void. To find the missing data in that void, we have to stop looking at modern maps. We must reconstruct the geography of the Earth as it existed before the Great Melt at the end of the last ice age. During the last glacial maximum, which peaked roughly 20,000 years ago, the planet's water was locked in massive ice sheets. This caused global sea levels to sit approximately 120 meters lower than they are today. A 120-meter drop transforms the map. What were currently shallow coastal shelves were once dry land, connecting islands to continents and creating entirely new regions for habitation. In total, this exposed roughly 27 million square kilometers of land, an area larger than North America, that is now entirely underwater. In Europe, this lost landmass is called Doggerland. It was a temperate lowland of rivers, wetlands, and forests that once connected the island of Britain to the European mainland. The evidence of habitation there is physical. For decades, fishermen in the North Sea have dredged up mammoth bones, the remains of giant elk, and worked stone tools from depths of 40 meters. These submerged landscapes were not marginal areas. They were some of the most productive and resource-rich environments available to humans during the Ice Age. On the other side of the world, Southeast Asia was a continuous subcontinent known as Sundaland. For 50,000 years, it was a tropical lowland twice the size of India, fed by river systems that are now submarine canyons. Genetic research into Southeast Asian populations suggests that Sundaland served as a cultural hearth. Population expansions and migrations radiated outward from this region at dates that precede many accepted timelines for regional civilization. The end of the Ice Age was not always a slow, gradual rise. Geological events like the Storgega Slide, a massive underwater landslide, sent megatsunamis across the North Sea that inundated remaining lowlands in a matter of hours. Those living in the coastal lowlands of Sundaland and Doggerland would have been forced to migrate inland as the sea took their world. They became the first refugees of a global environmental catastrophe. If coastlines across the world retreated dozens of kilometers within living memory, it would have created a lasting cultural trauma. This experience aligns with the fact that virtually every human culture on Earth shares a flood myth, a specific story of the sea rising to swallow the land. This memory is often connected to Plato's dialogues regarding Atlantis. He described a powerful civilization that was destroyed and sunk into the sea in a single day and night, claiming it existed 9,000 years before his own time. That places the event at roughly 9,600 BCE, a date that coincides with the period when modern geological records show the most dramatic episodes of sea level rise as the Ice Age ended. We also have physical evidence of complex organization from this period. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey features massive 20-ton stone pillars with intricate carvings, dated to 11,600 years ago, the exact window when these global floods were occurring. The site's strangest feature is that it was not destroyed by nature or war. Its builders deliberately buried the entire complex, covering the pillars in debris to preserve them. This suggests that Göbekli Tepe may not be a beginning, but a memorial. It was a site built by people with significant architectural knowledge, perhaps attempting to preserve their culture as the coastal worlds they once knew disappeared. Human civilizations overwhelmingly build on coastlines and river deltas because they provide the best access to trade and fertile soil. This was as true 20,000 years ago as it is today. If complex societies existed during the Ice Age, their remains are now underwater. Contested sites like the Yonaguni Monument in Japan show terraced surfaces and right-angle cuts at depths that would have been dry land 10,000 years ago. Despite having the technology to explore, we have mapped the surface of the moon with greater precision than many parts of our own ocean floor. Underwater archaeology is technically difficult and prohibitively expensive. Because mainstream timelines do not predict finding cities at these depths, research grants are rarely allocated to look for them. The lack of documented Ice Age cities is not proof that they do not exist. It is a reflection of the fact that we have not yet conducted a systematic, large-scale archaeological survey of the millions of square kilometers lost to the sea. The ocean is often the ultimate preserver. Cold, dark, and pressurized environments, combined with protective layers of sediment, can keep ancient artifacts in better condition than the erosive environment of the surface world. If entire inhabited subcontinents were submerged at the end of the Ice Age, then a significant portion of the human story is currently sitting on the seafloor, waiting to be found. We know the land was there, and we know people lived on it. The evidence of humanity's drowned origins is still down there. We simply have to decide that our true history is worth the cost of the search.